Appreciate the witnesses being here. Director McHenry, isn't it true that every day in cities all across America, every administration going back to the beginning of the Department of Justice has separated parents suspected of committing crimes from their children?
What I can say is that any individual...
You can say yes or no. It's not a hard question. And if you don't know the answer, then you don't need to be in your position. It goes on every day. All of us that have been involved in the justice system know it goes on every day. Is that correct or not, in your opinion?
Individuals who are parents who are prosecuted for crimes, there is the potential that they may be separated during the process.
So you're saying there are chances where you may put children in jail with the parents that are suspects in a crime. No more questions for you. Obviously, you're not aware. We don't put children in jail with suspects just because they're children of the adults. Chief Provost, you had mentioned before about this issue of separation, and apparently, like under the Clinton administration, the Bush administration, the Obama administration, children were being separated from parents that were illegally coming into the country. Isn't that correct?
Yes, sir. I've worked throughout all four administrations, and I myself have experienced it in the field, on the ground.
And that's because we don't want to put children in detention with parents who are suspected of committing an offense, correct?
That is correct.
It's not a mean-spirited idea. It's just a notion that's been true in this country that children should not have to pay for the sins of the parents. And we don't hold the children accountable for coming in illegally because they are not of majority age and therefore they don't have the intent to violate the law. That is what our law has been, correct?
That is correct.
Now, you talked about this system that was a manual system. You have a number for the parent, you have a number for the children, and you have said you manually have to go back and find those so you can match back the children with the parents, correct?
If I may clarify just briefly, yes. The system is not manual. We have within CBP our system. The system did not speak automatically to the system at HHS. Actually, in April, before the May 5th date, was when we added the searchable field to help us be able to pull the data more easier. Okay,
but would you say that the Clinton administration, the Bush administration, or the Obama administration was calloused and immoral because they didn't do something to make it an easier fix to match up the parents and the children?
No, sir.
And so if we were going to be fair, and we were not going to say that about the Clinton, Bush, or Obama administration, really the only difference is that when the zero tolerance policy was put in place, it accentuated the lack of the fix from those prior administrations, correct?
Yes, sir, and there's always lessons learned, and we always improve on our data integrity.
Now, you've also said something that really is mind-boggling but very critical. As my friend Mr. Shabbat brought up, was it 90% at one time were males coming across from Mexico? That was who were illegally coming in?
90% were Mexican nationals, and now 80% of whom we apprehend are other than Mexican nationals. The vast majority of those Mexican nationals were adult single males. For the first time in our history, in October, family units surpassed single adult apprehension.
And that happens to have coincided with the outrage about parents being separated from children. Now, you dealt with the drug cartels and their work as a result of what you do. You know, as Mr. Shabbat and I were told in Colombia, the reason they send most of the drugs across through Mexico and our U.S. southern border is because they're business people. And when they see a way they can manipulate our system, that's what they do. Isn't that why you're seeing the huge increase of families and children coming into this country?
It is true that the transnational criminal organizations utilize them as a tactic when they know our resources are focused on the family units, that it takes our resources away from the border security side of the house, and they do utilize that to their advantage to
Okay, my
smuggle.
time's expired. I appreciate y'all being here.